All right, welcome everybody. I'm going to give a little short talk today on the geometry brush options inside of Unreal Engine. Real brief, there's actually a lot of cool stuff you can do with these things. The most important feature they have is that you can not only add geometry to the world, like with dragging a normal box out there, but you can do things like, subtracting them as well. So if I move this over here, and if I take a cylinder like this and I shrink it down, and move it on top of the box like such, I can choose to make this squished cylinder here subtractive instead of additive. And now I've got this cool little, cylinder-shaped gap on the inside of the box, and I can move it around. You can see the gap actually moves as well. I can increase the number of sides and make it a little bit rounder. And so now I've got this cool little rounded wall here without having to do any crazy, Blender modeling and things like that. It's just a really neat way you can do things like this. I just I placed one cylinder and then I subtracted out a smaller cylinder inside of it. This is, in fact, how most of the tunnels in Quake were made. They just had a cylinder subtracting from another cylinder, and you're done. And so you can do anything you want with these things. If I pull it up a little bit, you can see wherever that cylinder was, sort of just magically subtracts out from the building, and I've got a little house. This doorway over here is a subtractive brush as well. So I have the outside's in white, the inside is all in brown. One of the annoying things about it is that each individual face of the brush can have a different material on it. That's maybe not, maybe annoying is not the right word, but you can see here that it's kind of annoying if you're trying to change all of them. So there's options here for select. Select matching brush, and that will give you the whole thing like that. And then you can make the whole thing kind of transparent like that. So you have to be careful which faces you're selecting is what I'm trying to say here. And what else can you do with them? There's boxes, cones, cylinders, spheres. So I don't know, if we wanted to make a cool little well or something like that, then I can come over here, make a little cylinder like that. Let's see. It's easier if you select the materials to begin with, because then it is on all of it. Let's say, yeah, let's do that one and pull out a cylinder like that. And now we've, okay, there we go. And we can squish it down a little bit here. And then we can make a little well by, I don't know, we can take a sphere. Let's see here. Scale this down. And make it subtractive. Here. I don't know what I'm doing right now. It makes a cool little surface though, doesn't it? You make all sorts of just really interesting 3D shapes without really needing any skill at using modeling software and stuff like that. So yeah, there you go. Got a cool little well now, and you put some water in the bottom of it. I don't know. Okay. Delete. Delete. Okay. So that is constructive solid geometry, and the sky is kind of the limit. How you, if you want to just delete a corner of a building, you just kind of position a sphere over the corner of a building. That. Tessellate a little bit more, make it subtractive. And now you see there's, a big chunk of the building's been cut away. It's real easy, quick and dirty stuff. The material of the sphere is getting applied here when I cut it away. So, can you make the sphere a child of this cylinder to center it? Sure. Yeah, you can adjust all of the things here and make it as detailed as you want. there's all sorts of different options for this kind of stuff. Just make neat looking stuff real fast. This is like maybe more of an artifact of the 90s than something you'd see in a modern game today. But you know, it's I like it a lot for just kind of like roughing out surfaces and things like that. Now, let's say that you're done with it, and you're ready for it to become a. That's interesting. And you're ready for it to become a. You're ready for it to become a real boy, right? Like you want this to become your a static mesh. Let's see here. Somewhere there is for actor to something. Yeah, somewhere you can make it a static mesh, and you don't have to deal with it. You don't have to deal with it being geometry anymore. It should be kind of annoying. All right. All right, there it is. It was hiding under advanced right there. Create static mesh. And so you can convert whatever product you finished into a static mesh, and then you can't mess with it anymore. But a lot of times it's easier to work with just because you don't have all these different pieces kind of floating around. Okay, so that is basically that. So short, sweet, but allows you to just knock out things pretty quickly.